So what I want you to do, your partner lifts. In the process of learning how this works, you have to learn how to be immune to it as you learn it. So by learning how to be immune, you know exactly how to do the opposite of the scale and make someone more vulnerable. So immunity to someone doing this to you is just as important as being able to do it to someone else. These two have to be trained hand in hand. So you touch your partner's elbows, they pull themselves in and give you a bunch of tension, but as soon as that lets go, they're going to stay there. They're in their core. Their mental space is small and shrunk inwards. And then you open your mental space and project, and then let it go, and you pop. Feel the two ends of the spectrum and get to know how magnetism in your matrices withdrawn into your core makes you immune to Tai Chi and internal arts. So there's a spectrum of people that are naturally immune. And we just call them bricks, because they're a brick. They're not going to move. And then we have a spectrum of people that are hypersensitive. You walk down the street, open your energy, and they go, oh, geez, as you walk past them. They're continually open. These are empaths, about 1% of the population. You open a little bit and you affect them. And you get this curve, and you get used to working within that curve. Now, let's say I used to work as a bouncer. So I'd keep my center of gravity in and protective chi out. And when I went home, quick shower, and I wasn't too dirty. But if I was open when I was doing that job, it'd be like, oh, I'd suffer for days. And it took me a little while to figure out how to protect myself doing that type of job. Now, you'll find that your protective chi is very, very, very connected to your openness of your mental space. Psychics have a lot of health problems because they're open all the time. You have to learn how to be open and be closed. When you're closed, your protective chi is protecting you. When you're open, your protective chi is having a holiday. So I had a tarot shop for a while, and I was hiring readers to fill the time spots. What I noticed is most of them had holes in their auras and gaps in the matrices, and that's how they're doing readings, getting that information flow. But they all had health problems. The person that I was hiring who was trained in hermetics had no holes in his aura. He would control opening the space, do the readings, close the space. No health problems, always vital, always strong. So you've got to develop immunity to whatever environment you put yourself in by recognizing how to strengthen the protective chi, vitality to protect, and keep your mental space in your core. And then how do you get your intuitive senses to work without your mental space being open? Again, it's depth of frequency, not space. Normally we use space to find that. Then it's a feeling in your protective system that gives you environmental sensitivity without being susceptible to it. So touch your partner and mind in, mind out. Find what makes you vulnerable and find what makes you invulnerable, and get the contrast between the two states. Once you have these two states, then you can pull them apart, make yourself more sensitive to the environment and more psychic. And then when you don't need the skill, you close all the doors, pull everything in, and then awaken the psychic ability to protective chi on full. And then you can develop that skill as well. But you've got to get these contrasts in your awareness first in order for that method to be useful to you. So, core, center of gravity in, center of gravity out, see the two, and then get a feeling for it. How do you have the sensitivity of being out there while you're in here? And then you get good at Tai Chi push hands.